Friday night pizza's hot, dice are rolled, the DM's plot whispers secrets dark and deep. Characters we all must keep. Fight and bold and rogue souls fly. Wizard spells light up the sky. Cleric prays for healing touch, but oh, the bard, he fumbles much. Lute in hand with voice of gold, tried to charm the dragon bold. Rolled a one and that one low, tripped and fell right on his toe. Fighter roams, the rogue retreats. Wizard faints, the cleric weeps. Dragon roars with laughter deep. The bard, he cries a lonely sleep. Next week comes a chance to shine. Redeem myself this time divine. Roll the 20, voices cheer. Critical hit, finish fear. I just smile, the rogue high fight. Wizard claps, the cleric thrives. Dragon slain with treasure vast. The bard a hero built to last. Built to last. Built to last. Fighter smiles, the rogue high fives. Wizard claps, the cleric thrives. Dragon slain with treasure vast. The bard a hero built to last. Built to last. Built to last.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a unusual and unscheduled and everything else type of stream today. And I'm accompanied by yours truly, SpartaChris.
Hi, folks.
We finally had a day off. We both finally had the same day off. This is like, gotta go down in fucking history. Excuse my language.
Unheard of.
Yeah, very much unheard of. Very much. So today we are playing Castles and Crusades, and we are playing in the realm of Ravencraft, which is a realm that is inspired by Ravenloft, Lovecraft, and everything that I used to love getting into gaming and stuff like that. You like Van Helsing? This is pretty much the realm for you. We are going to start off the adventure. No music, so I'm going to set the scene to a nice and sunny day for traveling. Two brothers find themselves traveling across the land of Paramore, which is where they're from, and as they are walking, there is one known as Faragorn. He is a ranger of many sorts, and he does a lot of hunting. He doesn't mind his brother Tompkin too much. He just doesn't agree with everything that Tompkin believes in.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Mom liked me more.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Dad liked me more. If we knew our dad.
Really?
If we knew our dad. Our dad died.
That or we're half brothers.
Oh boy. Well, we're both humans, so God only knows. Mom got around a lot. She was single.
Well, Well, I mean, she was a bar wench.
I wouldn't say bar wench per se or by choice, but she had to do what it took to feed her sons
Yep.
before she died of syphilis. I mean, I'm just kidding. we're not gonna actually add that. That's a little dark. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a dark adventure, but damn. Mom's probably still alive. Let's roll for that. I'm gonna roll a percentile on that to see if Mom is still alive.
Oh God.
No, mom's dead. I got a 42%.
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
mom died.
She died. She died in a troll attack.
Damn those trolls. They're terrible.
That's why it got me into going into
Was it trolls
become
or was it goblins? I remember goblins.
Okay, well, it could have been a horde of goblins and trolls. They band together.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What's your religion again?
I worship Ira.
Ira. Oh. It could have also been very good combination of trolls, goblins, probably serving a different deity. Probably Gore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She unfortunately she didn't die in the actual attack. She was captured and she was sacrificed.
And it was either Gore, Lecter. These fucking assholes just keep coming out, doing their own unholy crusade.
Which what got me into going into to become a knight.
Screw knighthood. We could do this. I'm going on for revenge. There we go.
And I'm doing it to create a better future.
Create a better future all day long, man. Doesn't mean it works. But anyway. So the brothers are traveling down a road when they notice that the morning sky is becoming cloudy and a strange airy fog rises from the grass of the open meadow. The fog actually rises up above their heads and begins covering them in a dome-like structure. But it's not a structure, it's literally just fog. The light begins to dim slowly as they keep pressing forth along their road. Strange weather patterns? I know Paramore has always been one of strange weather patterns, but, we're kind of used to that. But what is this? Like,
It's an unusual fog. It seems denser than normal.
very much so. You guys cannot see to the other side. Like, literally, the fog is almost like touching your skin. It's almost like a smoke.
And Fritz is a little uneasy about it.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going a little nuts.
Fritz is my horse, by the way.
Faragorn's going to draw an arrow and shoot it into the fog, and it just keeps going. However, it doesn't seem to hit anything. You hear nothing. Sound almost becomes decadent as morning turns to, like, the bright morning sky becomes more dim, and it's almost nighttime.
I have a feeling we should not be here at this moment in time.
Yep, but we're surrounded by it. Which way do we go?
Coin toss. I'll pull out a gold coin.
All right.
Heads. Crowns. We go. Crowns. We go right. Eagle. We go left.
Fair enough. What was it?
Oh, let me see here. I'm gonna do percentile.
There you go. Crowns is 1 to 50, and Eagle is 51 to and up.
So it's Eagle.
It's Eagle. All right, we go left. And Faragorn's like, got it, and he starts running into the.
Wait. What am I saying? He's always running ahead.
Suddenly, you chase after him, and the fog actually clears, and you find yourself in a swamp.
Luckily, I'm riding the horse.
Tom,
Yeah.
did we? Did were we in a swamp?
No, we were on a sunny road in the Highlands.
Ah, and there was no village near us, was there?
No, there wasn't supposed to be a village for another day or so.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one right in front of us now. And you actually see
I
people out and about. You see lanterns are out glowing, lighting up the streets. You see a bunch of people just going about their merry way.
Well, I guess we'll have to go and find out what's going on here. And I urge Fritz on.
All right. Well, as you guys come out of the swamp, you guys actually make it right into town, and people. It seems like it's like nighttime. When you look up, you see one moon. Paramore has two moons at times, but one moon, and it doesn't look like the same moon as you guys are used to. And it's definitely full, and yeah, but there's no stars.
Instead of seeing the dragon in the moon, we see a skull.
There's no dragon in the moon, and you don't
No,
see
I'm
the skull
just,
either. Oh,
no, I'm saying like how our moon has the man in the moon.
oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Well,
it
yeah.
definitely looks different.
Yeah.
Everyone begins to notice you guys as you guys are walking around. It's like, oh, we have new people to hear.
They're creeping me out a little bit.
Hail, I am Faragorn, a ranger from the east and from the hometown Wolfforge. This is my brother Tompkin. You guys can call him Tom. We are here. Well, I mean, we don't even know where here is. Where are we? And guy comes out and says, welcome. This is the village Sullivas. We are plagued by the undead and of this sickening despair, plagued, like, grossly disease-infested town.
Okay, that doesn't
Okay,
sound too good.
Two questions. Where the hell are we, and where the frick did we walk? Sullivas is a village that we made roughly about a little over 100 years ago. You are from a place called Wolfforge, yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, put it to you lightly. Many of us are from many different places. Probably the same world you're from. Time moves differently here. And we call this Ravencraft. We call it Ravencraft because there's many, because of the night sky being darkened like wings of a raven, with only one moon shone brightly. I'm from a world with two moons. This world doesn't seem to have much area. We can only go out maybe a few miles in every direction, and then we hit by a dense fog that is so dense that we can't even walk through it.
That sounds about what we went through.
Except we were able to walk through it, and we ended up here. It was morning where we came from. What time is it here? And the guy says, well, if I had to guess, and we're only guessing, it is currently early morning still. We just all started getting up and getting our day started. This is a realm of eternal night.
How do you grow crops and take care of your animals?
Well, certain crops do grow here, such as night. Animals are very hard to come by. We are actually left with some of the animals we brought here, and we've been breeding over years. Plus probably a little bit inbreeding. And some of them we found here.
Oh boy. Paramore, I think we're not in Paramore anymore.
No, no, I don't think we are. But I thought other realms were theory, like other planets. I thought all that was theory, like nothing was proven true about that. And the old man says, "Well, it would appear that that would be true, except we are living proof that other realms do exist, and they can inhabit the same space as our current world." So, getting back, I've lived here my whole life. I was born here with my parents. Um, but like I said, time also moves differently here. For all I know, I've probably have only been here for, 50 of my current years. But this town was built over 100 years ago.
Hmm. So, okay. So, I guess the next question is where would we find lodging? Because obviously we're not going to. There has to be a way back. We can't just be stuck here for all of our lives.
Well, there is lodging. You can actually go to the Candlelight Inn. We've managed to make our own brew and lived off of the natural elements of this realm.
Uh, then shall we go, brother?
Yes. Let's check out to see what else we have around here. So you guys go to the Candlelight Inn. You do find lodging for a place to park your horse temporarily before buying for lodging for the evening. As soon as you walk in, you see currently the bar is inhabited by 6 other patrons plus the tavern people. Faragorn sits down at the bar and goes, what do you have to drink? I hear that this realm, no one here is a native." And the bartender you see a big, husky, like fat guy, but he's kind of tall, bald, and he goes, we've had to make our own brew. We call this the Dark Misty."
Dark Misty?
Yes, it is currently worth about a gold. Currently worth about a couple silver pieces. 2 each. Would you guys like one?
I guess, sure.
All right. Brother, I have 6 gold on me. Sir, do you have any change? And he trades out the 1 gold coin for 8 silver pieces for Faragorn.
I'll slip over to silver.
All right. And you guys have been enjoying the Dark Misty, which really is just like a regular, natural, like, brew of beer. Or basically, mead.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe a little sweet.
Probably. A little tingling on the tongue.
And it burns on the way down.
There we go. Dark cherry. Dark cherry flavor.
Yeah, sure.
So, why do you call this the Dark Misty? Well, I was a tavern owner back in my hometown. And I was out for a stroll, running some errands to the nearest village, doing some trade. And then a freaking fog comes in and I find myself here. I only had a few resources in a wagon, but as you can see, I parked my wagon over here, made it into my own bar, and I built the tavern around it with trees and wood that we found in the swamp. The place actually looks like it's a pretty well built place. But you notice something weird that the tavern owner says. He said he built the tavern, but this place has been around for 100 years.
How old are you?
Me, I am roughly only about 45 years old, and I've only been here for a couple of years.
So you built the tavern, but a gentleman, an elderly man outside told us that this place has been here for about 100 years.
They had a distillery when I first got here and no way of marketing it, so yes. I built the tavern, but because they didn't really have much of one. They had an inn with a few beds. It was more of a shelter.
Hmm.
We all seem to be from different points and parts in time of many different worlds. Like I said, this is... He's probably said before, this is a bit of an odd place. Some people don't even know how long time lasts here. For all I know, I've probably been gone 100 of my years.
I mean, would either of us know anything about him?
No.
Okay, then. Well, what is there to do to... Well, is there any wizards about or any any doorways back to our realms?
There is, well, as far as being able to leave, no one has ever been able to do that before. It's like the fog is kind of anchoring us to this realm. We can't walk through it, and wizards have not been able to make magic portals open to go to other places. Not successfully, anyway.
Any spiritually charged areas that one could possibly commune with the gods with?
We don't even know if our gods exist here. Or if they have any power in this realm. If they did, I imagine some of us would have been rescued. But there are clerics. There's even a few shrines devoted to a few deities. One being the dwarf deity of Morg.
Oh, we know him.
Yeah, he's from our... Yeah, I mean, dwarves, man. They believe in Morg, and so do we. I mean, we've got evidence of Morg from our world. Ah, very, very good.
I myself, I am a part of the cult of Era, goddess of valor and honor.
Yeah. Cult of Era, I would probably say fellowship, not cult.
Yeah, fellowship, okay.
Makes you sound like a witch doctor there, sir. And
hey,
even though we're brothers, I don't believe in... I mean, even though there's probably been evidence of higher powers, I don't believe in... I don't know.
One day
the gods haven't really done much for me, I would say.
Yeah, they were able to give us a loving mother and give us a safe passage away from the invasion of the Horde.
Oh, yes! Let's talk about the safe passage from the invasion of the Horde. Of the freaking, the freaking enemy that is forging a unholy crusade across our lands. But yet, here we are in some place called Ravencraft that looks like people are freaking diseased and not got a lot of hope. Yes, let's talk about that, Tom. Let's talk about that for a minute. Thank you, oh dear lords of the higher realms. Thank you for putting us here.
Oh. Rub my temple and just look up at the sky saying, forgive him, he does not know what he's doing.
I don't know who you're praying to. We're in a fucking, godforsaken realm, and people have been here for anywhere from, I don't know, maybe a couple of years up to 60 years of their lifespan, and have not even found a way out. In a town that has existed over 100 years of this realm's time frame. And has anyone escaped, like anyone? And the guy's like, not to my knowledge. People have been trying.
We'll find a way. I believe the gods will protect us and provide.
And all of a sudden, you guys hear bells ringing. Large bells, and people are screaming and panicking. And the guy's like, oh my, we gotta barricade ourselves in.
What for?
The Horde. It's coming. Every now and then we are invaded by a horde of the undead creatures that come out of the swamp. many of us that have left over time, they become diseased and infected and re-risen as undead corpses.
Could it be that the sickness that you suffer now could be possibly contributing to it?
That, and it's because of him,
Him? Who's him?
the zombie lord. The
The
lord of
necromancer?
all. We don't know what he is, but he controls these things. He chooses when they come and collect more people for his undead army. Some
How
say
many
he's rallying against a vampire lord.
vampire lord and a zombie lord? Oh boy, in we're in for some fun. Fairmore.
Faragorn, but thank you.
Fairborn, sorry.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, necromancy is a magic that exists in Paramore. I mean, there is also the goddess of the undead, and let's see. I gotta pull up my god. I gotta pull up my deities again. Give me a second. Oh Lord, I gotta remember who all these people are. Goddess
I've
of
been
madness and
making you
nightmares.
pictures for
Oh, okay, Croa, goddess of disease and undeath.
And yeah,
But my question is, if they don't exist here, why would who's the zombie lord?
maybe there's a different set of gods for this realm.
Maybe, but I mean, hey, look, if there's a horde of zombies coming, Tom, I think we should help them out. I'm not
Well,
always the
obviously.
bravest one, but I think we, while they're barricading
Well,
themselves
that's
in,
obvious too.
I think we should head out and see how many of these things we could take out.
That is the duty of a follower of Era.
Oh, for crying out loud! Hey, let us out. We're gonna try and take these guys out for you. There's too many. He sends quite a bit throughout the night, multiple waves of at least 10, maybe 20.
Doesn't seem too much. Unsheath my sword and just heft it real quick and pull off my shield from my back and
We've got this. All right. So just let us out, and we'll tell you guys when it's all safe. And Faragorn actually hops right on outside, and he sees people running, and he sees about 7 undead corpses are beginning to walk towards the tavern.
shuffling.
Your Fritz is actually kind of freaking out. It's like you want to cut that animal loose.
Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna give my sword a swish and a good twirl, and then cut the leather straps.
All right, let me see how. Let me see. Faragorn's gonna draw an arrow and is gonna try and see how many of these he can kill. One thing while you're letting that horse free, I'm gonna see how many of these I can take out before you can move. Holy shit! Loving it. Let's see. I hit. Oh yeah, I definitely hit. And now it's time for damage. My damage is going to be... Seriously, a 1d6 for a longbow? Not going to knock it if that's it. Just want to make sure I got that right. Oh yeah, 1d6. Oh, composite longbow was 1d8. Alright, 1d6. And he shoots an arrow, and so he shoots one arrow, and he's like, eat this, motherfuckers. And he's just like, he pops the arrow, and it explodes the head of one zombie and sticks in the head of the other. And he drops 2 of them easily.
Okay then, nice.
Alright. And he's like, huh, cake. All right, Tom, why don't you head on over and we, let's see if we can pull together our teamwork. What do you do?
I will go to the nearest zombie and use my longsword.
Are you riding your horse?
Well, obviously, I let the horse go.
Okay, or you let the horse go. All right, all right. Oh, give me a D20, and you're gonna add. Oh, nothing. Just roll a D20.
17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
That is a D what?
You're using longsword, right?
Yep.
D8.
3.
3. You actually cut down with one slice. Cut down three zombies, and
Oh,
their heads are
nice.
rolling. Their heads rolling in a row, leaving only 2 more left on the field. It is your horse's turn.
Oh, geesh. I didn't even realize that he would charge.
He would defend himself.
Okay, so I guess he will kick him.
All right.
D20. D20?
2d20. You don't add them together. You just tell me the difference with his base attack bonus, which for him, his base attack bonus is going to be. Well, actually, I'll not his base attack bonus. It'll be d20 in each one. If you're doing hooves, you're going to add a +4 to each one.
So 11 and a 12.
All right. And then +4 to the 11 is 15, and 12 is 16, so they both hit.
D8?
No, those are 1d4.
1d4, okay.
Mm-hmm.
A 1.
A 1, and then that's 2, and then roll again. Because he gets 2 attacks, so that counts as 2 separate rolls.
2.
All right, so that'll be that. That'll be 3. So that's 5 points of damage. He smashes. He notices that 2 of the zombies are coming up right on you before you can even make a move. After cutting down like 3 of them, and he comes up and smashes them into a bloody pulp. Think of it as Evil Dead.
I'll reach back up and at his backside and says, "Good boy."
Suddenly we hear screams coming from behind us, and it looks like some of the citizens with female citizens with children are fleeing from a group of 10 of them. Man, these things just keep coming.
I don't say a word at all. I just think back to when we were young children and our mother was taken from us, and I immediately hop onto Fritz and charge.
All right. As you're charging, Faragorn actually just takes a couple steps in and shoots an arrow, and the arrow completely misses. You hop on Fritz, and you are charging for an attack. Real quick, give me. This is the roll you're gonna do. All right, give me a horsemanship roll.
Ooh, what? How would I roll that?
It's gonna be a D20, and you +1/+1.
D20 +1/+1?
Yep. So it'll be +2. So D20 +2.
19.
Oh yeah, that's successful. And it's dex space, so yep, that's definitely successful. You are successfully charging in. All right, give me a second. You're actually charging on your horse, so that's going to give you on this next roll. You get a +2 to damage, and so you got a +2 to damage. But you're going to take a -4 to your AC for next round. So go ahead and give me a hit roll to see how many of them you hit. Or to see if you hit. With your longsword.
D8?
Nope, D20.
Okay.
And it'll be a straight D20 +2.
14.
14 hits, give me damage.
Dang, landed on the line. 5.
5 plus 2, that's 7. Your horse and you collide with the horde of with this group of horde of zombies, and before you know it, just blood flies everywhere.
Okay.
There's only 3 zombies left, so now they're gonna roll. We have almost killed we've killed together 17 zombies. Okay. All right, so one zombie, they're all within range of you, sadly. So, oh, I forgot to get Fritz's hit points. Whoops. 30.
Do we have to call them zombies? Can we call them ghouls? I think ghouls sounds a little more
We
fancy.
can call them whatever the hell they are. They are undead corpses. One tries to slam into you for... what is your AC currently at? -4. 16
12.
minus 4, so it's 12. One tries to hit you for 8, that misses. One tries to hit you for 13, so that hits. And then one got a natural 20 on you.
Oh, joy.
So they get to reroll. Yep. 18 on the natural 20. Alright, so now I get to pull up my critical hit chart. One's going to strike you, and one's going to strike your horse. 2 are going to strike your horse. No, one's going to strike you, and one's going to strike your horse. I think I'm going to do the most damage to your horse, though.
Gonna kill my horse.
It's better than killing you, right?
Eh,
Right?
I guess.
Times 4. All right.
For
Times 4.
animals.
All right. Shit. Okay. Well, regardless of which, your horse takes 30. All right. So I just so your horse has 33 points of damage. Your horse just took 32 damage.
So he's on death's door.
Yeah, he's got 1 HP left. Your horse begins falling as it just got shredded by one of the zombies. And the other one hits you for 6 points of damage.
And that drops me down to 4.
Whew, shit. For zombies, they're kind of tough. And Farrakhan's going to be coming in for attack on the other 2. Or the other 3. See how many he can take. Oh my god, he misses again.
Didn't you say that? Okay, I guess I only killed 2, didn't I?
No, you killed 7.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
All
There's only
right.
3 left. And Farragorn did not hit anymore. He missed again. Alright, your turn again.
I will swing my sword around and try and kill one of them.
Alright,
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, give me a hit roll.
Ah, that was a dud.
What was it?
It was a 1.
Alright, roll it again. We're gonna see what this next round does for you.
16.
16 on a nat 20.
You mean a 1?
No, well, yeah, on a nat 1, yeah. Give me a. All right. I get to roll a d8. You slice your horse's head off on accident.
Well, goodbye, Fritz.
Fritz is dead. Your horse cries out as it was wounded, and the body falls limp.
Well, I guess it was a mercy killing.
Okay. Miss. Hit and hit.
Am I still penalized for on my AC?
Nope, because that was the end of the next round, so hold up a second. That's right. So miss. And, okay, so only 1 hit. Alright. Alright, so you take 6 points of damage, which puts you at -2. Which means you're not dead. You're still alive. You get a death save on your next turn.
If you can kill them.
Here comes Faragorn. Oh, fuck me. Okay, not so bad. Okay, but I gotta figure out what the nat 1 means. Oh shit!
You better not have shot me.
No, an arrow ricocheted and hit me right in the freaking face for 1d4 points of damage.
Mom always said that you're gonna shoot your eye out.
I take 4 points of damage to the face. Oh Lord! now the zombies are coming after me. Roll your death save. It's gonna be your Constitution save. What is your Constitution prime?
No, it's 11.
Oh God. Well, and it's not prime. So all right, go ahead. Give me a con save. You got to get 18 or better.
D20.
Yep. And with it being a 0.
Oh!
What'd you get?
Nat 20.
Oh damn! Unfortunately, you stabilized. You're at 0.
Nice. I think.
Okay. All right. Well, they're gonna come up on me, which is gonna take their entire movement round. Because I did stay at a distance. I can stay at 100 feet. So now I'm gonna try and hit them again. Oh my God! I finally hit. I finally hit for a decent. And so I shoot another arrow and I take all 3 of them out as I lined up the shot perfectly, and the arrow flies through the sky, taking 3 of them out. Freaking Faragorn comes up to you before he hears any more screams or anything else. Let me see, what are the odds that we're still under attack? 78%. We're still under attack. Faragorn comes up and he lifts you up off the ground and he's like, shit. And he is like completely like overburdened here. But I'm going to say this. We make it to the end. We pound on the door and say, open up, you cowards! Let us in! Let us in! As he's trying to kick down the door.
Oh, geez.
Let me see if they let us in. Let me see if they let us
chances?
in. I don't know. Oh man, I have a -1 charisma. Not very likely.
I have a.
Oh, they are not. They're not opening up.
Can I try and use my charisma? My charisma's at least prime.
You are unconscious for the next 8 hours.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God. It's like, oh man, they're not opening. He keeps screaming. He's pounding on every door. Oh my God, it's not working. Wait. Isn't charisma prime for me? It is not. It is not working at all. One more time, or else we're gonna have to head into the swamp. God. Wow. Yep. No one's opening the door. No one's opening the door for us at all.
What if there's a chance that there's at least a boat that we can jump into?
Oh, let me see. 97%. There's a dock that leads out into the swamp, and Faragorn is gonna jump into the boat, which is gonna cause, and he lands. I got an 18. Actually, I'm probably carrying some heavy. I'm probably carrying. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say we pass, but the boat's gonna drift a little bit off. So he's like, he jumps and he's like, yes, and then we fall into the water. What are you laughing for? You're drowning.
I know. I just can't help but just laugh at it.
I know. Right? Oh my God! I can't pull you up. I just rolled a 9 on trying to swim.
Can I roll to see the chances of me floating?
I rolled a nat 1. No. You're wearing armor. You and I are both wearing armor, so no. We're gonna sink.
Darn.
Oh boy. At this point with the nat 1, I'm kind of. I failed all the other rolls, and I got a nat 1 on the third one. At this point, I'm kind of praying to any deity that's listening, if they can listen, to just take us ashore. And because at this point, yeah, unconscious for the next 8 hours, aka probably dead. He's not bleeding out yet. Let's put a pause hold on this for about a minute, and we'll come right back in about we're gonna say 5 minutes. any known deity. No, sadly. But I could at least say Debris. But we don't know of Debris because Debris is not part of Paramore.
Yes, which is why we'd probably learn from our savior.
So we each healed 1 hit point. We've been out, so we have been in this world for about a day. And we've already been attacked by zombies, met some crazy ass people. Life sucks here. We landed in the swamp. We nearly drowned, but then we got saved by a man who lives in the middle of the swamp. We awake to an old man hovering over both of us, wearing robes.
And who are you?
My name is Carl.
Carl? Really?
He's smoking his pipe. Yep, his name is Carl. Deal with it. He lights up his pipe. He's like, you young men look kind of strapping.
I'm now slightly creeped out.
Okay, all right. Carl, I don't know how long you've been here, but we are not like that. I'm getting up. Faragorn is kind of feeling like achy, but not too achy. He still is kind of, his face is kind of sore from being shot in the face with a broken arrow by accident.
Mom always says you need to shoot your eye out with those arrows.
At least I'm not covered in my own blood, Tom.
At least I did something noble.
You damn near bit the dust. Huh, nobility. Nobility doesn't exist in Ravencraft. Only dead heroes. Well, heroes are only dead here. So, I take it the village has been attacked by zombies on this night and nobody would help you.
Sadly.
Well, that's because you didn't listen to what they're saying. You know, there was a lot of them. There was at least another wave or two coming. I counted. Let me see if he can. Let me see if he has a decent count.
Any count.
I counted at least maybe well over 50 of them, which is not accurate. There was less, but there was at least over 20.
At least over a dozen.
Yeah, a couple dozen.
And Tompkin just groans and just lays his head back and just rolls his eye.
Okay, so where are we? Well, you're in my lodge, dear boy. You are in my lodge. I am, my name is Carl, and I built this lodge above the water. I don't really have any issues here, other than I do have problems getting across, but I heard someone land in the water while jumping onto a boat, and you sink one of the villagers' boats, so they're not going to be too happy when they find out that you're here, but they'll imagine that you're probably here. And the only way you can get here is if you bring boats over. The water's a little bit deep, and you're lucky that you weren't ate by crocodiles.
Well, thank you for your kindness, sir.
Oh, don't think me. Think Debris, the god of chance. He basically decided that you guys are going to live in this realm for another day. Faragorn says, wait a minute. The villager says that not one deity rules over this realm. Like, that this is kind of like just a weird dimension.
Limbo
which,
world.
of course, yeah. Well, you know, you could believe in what you want, but I believe in Debris. At least from my world.
Well, thank him for me, and I will be praying to Ira for a prosperous future for you.
Ira. I don't think I've heard of that name before.
She is the goddess of valor and honor where we come from.
Okay, well, I guess thank you, but honor and valor has no place here. She more than likely had no power here, so Debris actually probably saved you.
One can hope that the gods communicate with each other, even if they're from other worlds.
Well, okay. This is too much for me. All right. So, Carl, do you have any idea what's going on here exactly? Not the faintest. I have and he keeps huffing on his pipe so much that the whole room is full of smoke.
Ugh.
What kind of tobacco is that? Oh, tobacco. Oh, tobacco doesn't grow in this realm, dear boy. This is swamp weed. By the way, Constitution check to see if see what the effects of swamp weed is on us.
Oh joy.
Oh,
what roll what?
D20, add your Constitution score.
12 plus 11, that's 23.
No. Modifier. I'm sorry. I meant modifier.
Oh, okay.
So 12.
0
so,
modifier.
Yep. 12. Oh, add your level, which is going to be that. So 13. And it's non-prime for you as well. And for me, yeah, no. So Faragorn and Tomkin are actually throwing their guts up right now. Outside his window.
Vile and foul smelling
He's
smoke.
like, oh, God, it's terrible. It's terrible. You didn't fail that bad, so you're good. I rolled a 3, so I'm gonna take 1 point. I'm gonna take 1 point of damage from the
damage
throwing up.
one string, 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage out my throat for throwing up my breakfast that I had like 2 days ago.
Oh,
Carrots. I didn't even eat carrots. Why is it always carrots?
At least you didn't throw up corn. I don't even remember eating corn.
Yeah, like that's much better. All right. Carl, we need information. We're trying to get the hell out of this place and back to our own realm. Well, good luck with that, dear boy. I've been stuck here for many a year.
How long?
I think, hold up a second. I actually have I think I might actually know. Hang on. It's going to be his entire life. So, he's been here about 30 to 50 years. I remember when I first got here, I was but a lad. A young lad. Me and my brother, Wilson.
Please tell me that there's not a skull or a ball nearby with a face painted on it.
Well, I don't know about painting, but this is a skull. This is Wilson. Wilson, say hi, Wilson. Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna lean slightly over to Faragorn and just say, "This guy's nuts."
I'm pretty sure that is his brother, and I'm pretty sure his brother died. Yep, Wilson died when we were but boys, and unfortunately it was the crocodiles that ate him, but I managed to save his skull, so I waited for his head to decompose, and I can't part with him since.
Well, thank you for saving us and everything.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear about your brother's loss.
If you try to make any sudden movements, Chris, with given the fact that you are still very much a little bit weak, in pain, you would actually have sharp pains coming up to where you wouldn't have any sudden movement.
No, that's why I'm not making any sudden movements. I'm making it slow.
You're kind of still on the floor a little bit. And Faragorn looks at you and says, Tom, I think maybe we should see if we can seek refuge with this guy for at least a few days until we can get your wounds healed and maybe seek some medical attention of some kind. There's got to be some some shops around here, maybe wizards or anything that can give us some potions to help speed up her process.
Yes. Do you have any knowledge of anyone that could help with healing us? Carl or Wilson?
Well, my brother Wilson doesn't, but I used to be a healer in my world. They called me Carl the Great, knowledgeable of arcane lore.
Oh, really? So, so how long do you think it would be able to? How long do you think you'll be able to take to heal me?
Well, it'll take some time, my dear boy. It'll take some time, but I think you should take a minute. Let me give you a little something. And he says, do you have any? I'm thinking maybe gold is not valuable here. Would you be willing to do a job for me?
That depends on if I can get healed as soon as possible.
Well, I, by happen, have this potion that is about 30 years old. It is a potion that will cure your wounds pretty quickly. Not completely, or at least I don't think it would be completely, but at least enough. But the zombie lord has been hurting us quite a bit, and if he was to ever take my brother from me, I don't know what I would do, and I don't have the power to challenge him, but maybe you and your brother Faragorn would. And he passed you 2 vials of these potions, 1 to each of you. He said it may not heal both of you completely, but at least enough to where it'll only take a few more days to heal your wounds. And maybe you guys can go after the zombie lord, and in the meantime, I will feed you. There's not much in the way of things other than crocodile meat. But I am but an old man, and I am getting ready to see my passing. Unfortunately, I will never lay eyes on my home again.
I'm sorry for your loss, and thank you for the potion to heal us, but there is no other way to repay you.
There is nothing else of value in my lifespan.
Go over at Faragorn and say, "What do you think, brother?"
What could it hurt? I mean, these people do need help. The village is constantly attacked by ravenous undead corpses, and this guy kind of lives in the middle of a swamp. He's literally in the middle of a swamp with a dock. I'm looking straight at the dock in the boat.
And I need to get revenge for what happened to Fritz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that. I kind of saw you chop your own horse's head off. What was happening there?
Mercy kill.
Or you just missed the zombies.
No, it was mercy kill.
No, fair enough. All right, well, let's see what these things do to us, okay? And you each take a drink of your vial, and you're going to heal 1d8 wounds. Faragorn's going to heal 2, and Tompkins going to heal... Go ahead and roll for yourself.
8.
Oh, and you heal up to 9. All right.
Yours was just a little more expired.
Yeah. it tasted like crap, nonetheless.
Mine
Definitely.
tasted like chalk.
Well, actually, you guys are Faragorn and Tom is feeling pretty good. But if you guys want to take a couple, at least another day to rest before pressing on to taking on the Zombie Lord, that would be helpful.
I think it's
What are you
probably
thinking?
for the best.
All right. All right, we're gonna definitely. We've been playing for about an hour straight. I'm gonna work out some few more notes to see what our next steps are gonna be, and we'll go from there. We'll be back in give us 10 minutes. I'm also gonna grab something to eat. I at least gotta grab me a snack. I have not ate all day yet.
I haven't eaten it all day either.
All right, let's do 15 minutes. We'll come back in 15 minutes, which will be about 2:35. It's 2:35 my time, so 40, 45, about 2:50. So, but yeah, 15 minutes. We'll be back.
went through to like knock off the stuff that was probably lost with the horse.
Sorry, everybody. That took us like a half an hour. Sorry about that. We were just enjoying our food. So anyway, we're back to we are finally back, and we are gonna keep playing just a little bit longer here. All right. Unfortunately, this will probably not be able to be finished up all in one session. So there we go. We may have to make another session of it sometime this week, maybe Saturday.
Besides the one we did with Kay and James, I don't think we've ever done this in one sitting.
No, we never have. We never have. Well, no, actually, there was a couple times we did, but not with Castles and Crusades. So, all right. So to keep going, here we go. All right. So we rested for one more day. Especially after giving the Cure Light's wounds, we've been sniffing the smoke of swamp weed. From Carl, who's been just smoking like a chimney, because that's just what he does.
He could be a little more courteous. It would have been nice if he could smoke a little closer to the window.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He thinks it's funny that we can't handle swamp weed. He's laughing his ass off right now. He's like, ho, 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 you guys will be able to handle it soon enough. Alright, so anyway.
Should we do a constitution roll to see if either of us grew accustomed to it?
Fine, go right ahead. I rolled an 8. No.
D20?
D20.
I just need to find my freaking...
Just remember to add your level.
Ah, darn. 7, so 8.
Yeah, no. I rolled an 8, so 9. No. It makes us sick to our stomach. But by the time we get out to the fresh swamp air, which is not so fresh, he manages to loan one of his boats to us to get back to the village. Because unfortunately, there's not very many places to roam. He tells us, he as we're loading into the boat, he goes, now you just head straight to that village now. With you gentlemen being new around here, you don't want it to get lost in this swamp. There is crocodiles, I'll tell you, there are crocodiles.
We'll take note. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your help and assistance.
So we actually rowed it back to where we could see the village and the shoreline. We saw where the boat toppled over at, because part of it's still hanging out of the swamp. And we make it back to the docks, and there's a dock worker
any way
there
to recover that boat?
The dock worker's currently working on it. You can see him. He's like, Hey, assholes that thought you could take on all those zombies, and then you ended up, oh boy. Alright, I think we're gonna, kids just got home now, my internet's all acting kind of kafooey.
Oh, joy.
Yep. Think we're gonna just, pause it here. I didn't know that was gonna, hang on, it looks like it's stabilizing. If I see it drop again, we will be doing that, because yeah, I just dropped like 1,000 frames in just a matter of a second.
Well, so far I don't see
it looks like it's going down.
Issue yet.
Yeah. Well, 1,000 frames out of an hour and 45 minutes isn't gonna reflect much. If it was 1,000 frames in under 30 minutes, that would be like a good chunk of the stream. 1,000 frames was only 4%.
Okay, well.
So, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
If we lost like 45 minutes, like if we were under like 30 minutes, that would have been like 90% of the stream right there. So, and it looks like it's dropping down. So yeah, it looks like some of the frames got recovered and we're down to only a 30% drop instead of a 4% drop. So yeah, that's helpful. So anyway, you guys make it right back to, and he's like, so you guys are the ones who, jumped in the boat and thought you could, take on all those, freaking undead corpses that the zombie lord drops by.
Well, we did take out a nice chunk of them.
We'll give you that. He didn't, it seemed like we only had one more wave of, let's see. He's like, yeah, it seemed like we only had one more wave of them, and it was like, he's like, there was like maybe another group, but it was about at least 24 easily. You guys took out about half, I would say. I noticed you lost your horse.
Yes, he was a faithful companion to the end.
Well, if you want him back, he's in the barn over there, in that stable.
Oh. How about I sell his if you give me another mount, how about I sell and also my supplies, I will sell you his meat.
Again, over in the barn over there.
Okay, I guess I'll go over to the barn.
You go over to the barn, and Faragorn was kind of scratching his head about that, and as soon as you open the door, you see Fritz, completely alive.
And I'm stunned.
And the old man comes by and says, well, here's your mount. Good as new. Well, sort of. He's a little weaker than when you first arrived, but I think he will still serve you just the best.
Is he alive?
Oh, he's alive.
How?
That's one of the secrets of this realm. Tom, I think we need to do some research.
Sir, where is your library or center of learning or... oh, geez, I'm trying to think of... Or
do you guys have
archives.
any...
Archives.
Well, that would be the city hall in the center of town. Well, you know, what we call city hall. It's literally just kind of like a big-ass outhouse with just some books in it. People keeping records. Trying to figure out how your mount's alive. Well, we can't figure it out ourselves. Like, I've at least died 5 times since I've been here.
And I stop and just look at the guy over.
Hey Tom, when these guys said that they've been here for years, is it possible they could have lived 100 lifetimes if they kept dying of old age?
I don't know. You're the clever one.
But I'm also not the religious one, so I don't know.
Era doesn't work with the dead. That would be...
Oh, dude, I got a 16. But, unfortunately, intelligence is not my prime, so, unfortunately, only 17. Faragorn cannot make heads or tails of it.
We would need to talk to an expert on death, like, for example, someone who is an expert with Crichton or Croa.
Maybe. If anybody is here, it looks like they don't share all of our exact deities. We should
or
head
whatever
to the... We could head to the...
God or goddess of death rules this realm.
If it is death. This is definitely a mystery here. Sir, you say that you've died a few times. So Faragorn's going to look at the guy and says, you said you died a few times. Well, exactly... I guess I have to ask. Exactly what does that mean? Well, you guys have been here, and from my understanding, you guys have been looking for a place to leave. Well, you don't exactly die in Ravencraft, per se. You die for about 24 hours, and then you come back to life. Wounds healed and all. However, it's only limited by how strong you are, because each time that you come back, yes, we fought ghouls. Each time that we come back weaker. Every time. It's like our life force is circling like a drain, and then, poof.
So the amount of times that you die will affect how long you live.
Something like that, yeah. So in game terms, you can come back the amount of times of your equal to your Constitution score. So if your current as your Constitution score is 11, you can come back 11 times, but each time you come back, you lose 1 point of your score until it reaches 0.
Lovely.
The soul, so essentially, each time that we die, because our souls can't move on, they return to the source of where it once came from. So this realm holds us to our bodies. But instead of becoming ghosts, we don't become ghosts until our life force drains away. And then we're undead. I don't know about you, Tom, but I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
The same.
Okay, so if that's true, then defeating the zombie lord, he could have died maybe 100 times. And then his life force became undead. And now he's some super... Oh my god, what if we're taking on a super zombie? Is there even a such thing?
I don't know. Would either of us know of any? Maybe have read something?
Nope. That knowledge is not a thing in our world.
Well, then shall we go on to the archives at the city hall?
You literally go to what a building looks like, a square wooden shed. And of course you got Fritz with you.
Good
Tom,
horse.
I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am deathly scared here, my good man.
Yes, same here. But
Because
we must not.
Because if we can't die and leave, then even after death, we're still stuck here.
I know. I don't think we would want to be. I don't think being a ghost in this realm would be very pleasant.
Let's see what we can find in here. We've got to be able to find some knowledge about any references to the zombie lord and maybe some secrets of this realm that we have never... I mean, there's got to be something. Right?
One can hope.
Okay, so as you guys enter, you guys are going to have to roll a charisma. Well, this is going to be searching for information. It's going to be a wisdom roll.
My wisdom is 10 and it is not prime.
And mine is 11, but it is prime. So it's a +0. And yours is a +0. Don't forget to add your level. 18! What'd you get?
16.
16. Okay. Well, it is not prime, so unfortunately, is that with your level added? Would it be 17 with your level added? Okay. Oh,
it's
no.
16.
Well, you failed on searching for it, but Faragorn says, "Hey, Tom, look at this." It says
Look over your shoulder.
It says here that the zombie lord was once a human man that was actually once trapped in this realm with necromantic powers. Not sure why he was brought here, but he was brought here with several of his subjects after having a party. A mist. It is said that a mist came into his room, came into his castle, into his area. Actually, I don't even know what that word is. It doesn't say castle. It says formation. I don't know.
Citadel.
Maybe could be a number of things. Maybe it's just people with really bad English or common. Okay, so it says here that the mist actually entered and they ended up here. Wonder who wrote this? This is one of the earliest records. It's like a journal entry.
Is there anything at the top or bottom?
Yes. Gregory. Give me a second. It's gonna be Gregory.
The Wise.
No.
The Immortal.
No. Give me a second. There we go. Gregory Van Baymont. Van Baymont? Name you've heard before?
Would I?
No. It doesn't even sound like something that would be noble name of Paramore.
Hmm.
Gregory Van Baymont.
Okay, well, it's probably safe to say that he's probably long gone.
Maybe. As they said here, time flows differently. And it says this entry. Oh, he dated the entry on his 700th day. Day 700. He was probably one of the noble people that was probably. He was probably one of the guys that was one of his noble people that was at the party. Unless maybe the party was under attack and then suddenly the mist swooped in right behind the good guys.
Well, should we make an attempt to try and find the gentleman? The Mr. Baymont? Baymont?
Yeah.
Baymont?
Yeah. Gregory Von Baymont.
Von Baymont, okay.
Yeah. So, you guys begin searching around the town. Give me a charisma. This is going to need to be a charisma roll.
Okay, luckily charisma is prime for me.
I've fucking failed.
Roll the 6, so that would be 17. 16, meant to say.
Okay,
and it is prime.
Yep. So, you guys managed to make it to the tavern, and they go, Gregory Van Baymont. Well, that's the name that actually is the person who actually originally built the town over 100 years ago from this realm standard. So, no, he's long since gone. He's died probably over a few lifetimes ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, his goal was to take out the zombie lord, but he disappeared sometime after a few settlers came here, and he helped them build the town, and then disappeared off into the mist. Some say he was actually the one who left, but we've never been able to go more than a few miles outside of this town. I mean, there's the swamp and a little bit of the forest surrounding areas, but once you reach the edge of the mist, it's like we're stuck here. It's like we're rats stuck in a jar.
Do you have any relatives or any friends that we could possibly get in contact with that could help us find him?
Nope, he never had any. No romances, no nothing.
No friendships, maybe someone that maybe has a personal journal of his?
Well, the journal, all that stuff's kept in the, what we call the,
archives,
city hall records, archives, what do you want to call it? But yeah, we keep adding to it in hopes that one day somebody would be smart enough to trace their steps and get us all out of here.
Well, thank you very much.
Tom, have you ever decided to think that maybe the issue of why we're all here is because of the zombie lord? Somehow maybe he has power over the mist?
I was thinking of that earlier because there's a lot of death and a lot of associated with death and life force revolving around here, and given that the zombie or ghoul lord is messing with is a necromancer, very powerful one apparently to that. If he's able to reach into other worlds and pull people into his,
I wouldn't.
maybe he could have possibly pissed off a god in his world and was banished here.
Actually, I was probably thinking, or it could be a god who has fallen from grace, or from the higher realms. We could be puppets in a big ass game of bullshit.
Could be.
Yeah, well, I got news for that zombie lord, but here's the thing. If he's power enough to summon legions of undead, how are you and I going to stand against that when we could barely stand against a few waves? We're going to need to... There's got to be, like... And plus, do we even know where this guy is? Like, no one's... Everyone seems to talk about the edge of the mist, but nobody talks about the location of his location.
I would probably say the spooky dark castle that's sitting on top of the mountains over yonder.
There is no spooky dark castle.
Darn, I was in this... Well, they normally do like to set up their shops on the top of menacing dark mountains.
Could be. We're not surrounded by mountains. Not that we know of. So...
Any graveyards or caverns?
We don't speak of the graveyard here, buddy. You know, you're talking about that big old property about a day north of here, right? Or at least what seems to be north.
I look over at Faragorn and just a look of, shall we even try?
Yeah. What do you mean, friend? It's like, well, you're looking for the zombie lord, right? Well, some say he comes from the north, but that's why he's able to surround our town so easily. That's why he's able to spring up so many, is because he actually owns property that's actually the size of a huge, like, royalty plantation type thing. But legend has it, it's just graveyard. None of us know for sure, but there was a record, something about that in the records, that he created his own graveyard. It's a mass graveyard, and he built it on the bodies of his enemies. That way he has unlimited bodies of undead that can come after us, even if we slay a few here and there, which we have over the years. You guys slayed a lot more than the rest of us. But for you guys to take on the zombie lord, you're not ready for that yet. I'm afraid that you may need to, look into some other means, because he's not your typical, you call him necromancer. I've heard that term in my world, but that's a term of legend where I come from. I mean, for
anyone that was successful at putting up a reasonable defense against him, or any adversaries that have been a thorn in his side that possibly passed on any of their knowledge. It could be anything in the archives, or anything, or anyone that is presently living that has been a thorn in his side.
Just one. Most people here have been here anywhere from a few years up to maybe about 20 years. But there's been one guy who's been here longer. We call him Hermit Carl. He's the guy that rescued you guys in the swamp. Some say he's died numerous times and keeps coming back, but yet the zombie lord has not been able to get rid of him 100% yet.
Carl and his brothers, Wilson.
Yeah, the skull. Yeah, Carl used to come over here quite a bit. He comes over and trades, and he has Wilson attached, but Wilson doesn't actually... You notice that he was moving... Just to let you know, for player reference, he was moving the skull up and down and talking in a weird voice. It wasn't officially a talking skull.
Yes, we noticed him talking.
No, I was talking out of player.
Oh, yeah,
out of character. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I know. I was talking in character for the bartender who's telling us.
But yeah. So Wilson and him challenged the zombie lord so many years ago, trying to find way, because they actually had this crazy idea that maybe he was the reason why we're all here, and if they were able to defeat him, so they each time they kept coming back to life over and over and over again, they tried killing him over and over again. Wilson's the only one that actually eventually, to our knowledge, in our lifetime, that was actually killed by him recently. And yeah, so you see that he's now a skull, and unfortunately poor Carl and his feeble mind isn't really strong enough to take on the zombie lord anymore. The man's an old man. You don't really come back younger. You're not reincarnated. You come back as the same age as you are. So eventually Carl became too old to fight him. He's been trying to dispatch Carl, but unfortunately he won't come out himself to do it. He always sends his undead legions to come. So Carl eventually just made a place out in the swamp. Strangely enough, zombies don't cross water. We're not sure why.
Really interesting.
At least they don't attempt to cross it. I imagine for zombie, but there's probably because, there's
You would think with bog ghouls or zombies, they would kind of be at home in water.
You'd think so, but then there's also the crocodiles and other types of adversaries that could take out the zombie master's undead horde. But that's the other thing. Maybe he doesn't want to waste the bodies.
Suggestion for one of the swamp monsters being a giant snapping turtle.
Well, there is crocodiles in there, man. Just saying. But anyway, if you guys are looking to find some way to challenge the zombie lord, there might be some hope. There is an old mausoleum just a little bit outside of town. It's not in the swamp water. It's on this little land thing. We think that at one point in time, nothing existed around it because it's also, well, it's hard to explain. The grass is like normal grass. It's like moss. But it's not moss that grows in a swamp. So we think it came from somewhere else at some point in time from another world. Here's a map for you. In there, I don't know what you guys will find, but the mausoleum has an underground passage that actually may have something in it. The only reason why we agree with that is because it seems like the mist pulls not only people and animals, but things from other worlds, like lands. Like there could be planets out there that could be missing landmass. All we know is it's there, it's unexplored. So maybe that is something that you guys might want to think about.
Thank you for letting us know.
I would say challenging the zombie lord on his, outright would probably be the biggest mistake of your guys' life. He's not exactly weak. He's been ruling over these lands as far as anyone can remember. He's old and ancient. Or at least whatever we consider as ancient around here, which for us isn't an entire lifetime.
We're
What do you think?
getting that now.
What are you thinking, Tom?
Well, Farah, I think we should possibly go and inspect this not monastery. Mausoleum, yeah.
According to this, it looks like it's east of here, but it looks like it's surrounded by swamp water, but it's on a landmass. You think with swamp water that something like that couldn't exist because the swamp would sink it, wouldn't it? I mean, swampland isn't exactly stable land.
Unless it is particularly specially protected.
And it's like he said, there's normal grass growing there, or moss grass, something that you don't normally see in a swamp. Okay. I think I'm starting to see the connection here. There is clearly something there either protecting it, or something that we can use from another world.
Yes. Well, let us begin, shall we?
All right. and you guys are gonna be, and here you guys off into the journey, into the swamplands, which now I'm gonna probably make up a dungeon, and we'll figure that out later, but I think we're gonna stop right here for now. Alright, well, Chris, did you have fun?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, we got a lot done. I actually had to think on my feet, so I've been kind of just winging this. So, yeah. But it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice, and we actually did get a lot done in 2 hours. So, all right, well,
Yeah,
everybody,
almost...
for everyone who's joined in, thank you guys so much. I don't know who all checked us out. I know Colin was here. I did see Witch King, Mrs. Table, of course. Cannot forget about her. And yeah, I'm just checking out one thing real quick before we leave, because I actually want to know. I actually want to know something. Okay. Actually, we got a good chunk of viewers. Over 19 viewers so far. So, just for this one little adventure. Alright, well, I guess we'll definitely have to find some time to play this again.
Well, I mean,
this was kind of like spur of the moment, because we didn't know what to fucking stream today. We were like, okay, we got today off. Let's stream. Let's do something where we're both able to stream and not be super tired, and we couldn't figure out what to do.
We'll definitely have to come back to this. This was a little fun, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, well, Chris, you got anything going? Any plans for the future? Or are you still just kind of up in the air right now?
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air right now.
We'll accept that. All right, everybody. This is Tabletop Junkie. This Friday we have Call of Cthulhu. I did just release a video, of which maybe I'll just I'll show it later. I did just release a video for the introduction, but that may not be finalized yet. We don't know. It's just that's what I'm going to go with so far. So meanwhile, Chris and I are going to hop off here, gather up our XP, which probably isn't a whole lot, but we did do some things. So I'm going to make sure we get some creative bonuses here, and then yeah, we'll call it good. All right.
Go around.
If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe. I'm at 260 subscribers, trying to make it to 500. Only like 240 more to go. You guys have a great day.